He is a boy. She is a girl. Hello there, welcome to my channel. I am Mojib, and in today's video I am going to talk about pronoun. Yeah, sure, it's a very basic English grammar lesson, but still most of my students have problem with this subject or with this topic, so I have to explain it. And also in the sequence that we came from the noun in the part of speech, now I have to explain pronoun, and then we go ahead with the adjective and other parts. Okay, so in this lesson I'm going to talk about pronoun. So what is pronoun? As I defined pronoun in the first lesson of the parts of speech, I said that pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. It doesn't matter where, but the total or the general point is that the pronoun is used instead of a noun. Okay, good. Now all the nouns are not the same. You know that, right? The nouns are different. Noun as the subject, noun in the object. You know the subject and object, right? I defined them in the previous lesson, so you do have to watch those videos, because if you don't know the subject and object, then you don't know what am I talking about. So noun which is the subject, noun which is in the object, noun shows a possession, so they have different pronouns. Okay, it is not very simple like Ahmad and we use he instead of his name, or Karima and we use she instead of her name. That's the easiest thing everybody knows. What if Ahmad is the doer of the action, and what if Ahmad is not the doer of the action? They differ. Okay, that's what am I talking about today. So first here we have subject pronouns, then we have object pronouns, and then we have possessive pronouns. So what are these? I have some examples here in order to clarify the point. So as you see in the first example, Ahmad saw Karim last night. Ahmad saw Karim last night. So in this example, we have two nouns. One is Ahmad and the other one is Karim. As we studied the subject and object, now you have to tell me where the subject is. Which is the subject, Ahmad or Karim? Oh yeah, Ahmad, good, very nice. Well done, Ahmad is the subject. So if Ahmad is the subject, then Karim is surely the object of the sentence. Okay? So now we have two nouns, Ahmad and Karim, and we want to change these nouns with their pronouns. I mean, I want to use a pronoun instead of these nouns. Let's do it with Ahmad first. Okay, Ahmad saw Karim last night. If I remove Ahmad and use the pronoun instead of his name, which one of these pronouns should I use, you think? Sure, it's written on the board. He saw Karim. And instead of Ahmad, we use he. Why? Because he is the subject and he is in subject pronoun list. So he is used instead of what? The subject. So that's why we have the subject pronouns. All of these pronouns are used instead of a subject in a sentence. The noun that we have to replace these pronouns with should be in the subject position in the sentence. And then we have Karim. Now let's change Karim with the pronoun. I bring Ahmad back. Ahmad saw. Now instead of Karim we have him last night. Why? Because Karim is the object, and I want to use a pronoun. I can't use he because he is used instead of a noun which is the subject of the sentence, not the object. What if the noun is the object? Then we have another pronoun here for the he, which is him, in case it is the object. Ahmad saw him last night. Okay? And then we have another list of pronouns here which are called possessive pronouns. And these pronouns are used instead of nouns and show possession. Okay? Like what? This bag is Ahmad's. And we have a possessive noun here. The nouns that are followed by apostrophe s. These nouns are called possessive nouns, and they show possession. Ahmad's. Kareem's. Okay, this marker is Adib's. Now we have the apostrophe s at the end of that noun, and that noun is a possessive noun. Anyways, I want to change Ahmad's in the sentence. I want to replace it with the pronoun. So what pronoun should I use? This bag is. Now pretend that you didn't see this word. If I say this bag is he, will that make sense? No. This bag is him. No. Very unclear. This bag is his. Okay. Now his is the proper word here. We use it instead of he or him. I mean instead of the male name, in order to show the position or ownership in the sentences. So let's read these words and see what they really mean and where they should really be used. Now the first one is I in the subject pronoun list. I is the first person, and we is also the same. I and we, both of these words are they're called the first person. And what is the first person? A first person is called to the one who speaks. Now I am speaking. I am the first person. Okay? In any conversation, the one who speaks is the first person. In this conversation between me and you, I am the first person. But if you are speaking and I'm listening, then you are the first person and I'm the second person. Okay? So I and we are used instead of the first person, the one who speaks. Like I'm speaking, but if there are two teachers, then we are teaching. Okay? So they're used when the noun is as the subject of the sentence. But if the noun is the object, me and us are used instead of them. Don't worry, we will have examples in the next page. Just we are going to read the words now. And if you want to show the position for I, you should use mine. And if you want to show position for we, you should use ours. Now, these words are called possessive pronouns. They show possession, but you don't have to confuse them with the possessive adjectives. And you have to keep in mind that these nouns are not used before nouns. Okay, they're used instead of nouns, not before nouns. بعد establishing came كلمات mine, ours, yours, theirs, his or his و اینا تمام شدن ضمایر ملکی هستن و اینا رو شما به جای صفت ملکی اشتباه نگیرین و هیچ وقت اینا رو پیش از یک اسم استفاده نکنین. Okay, good. We will have examples later. You is the second person, and the second person is the one who we talk to, the one who is listening to us. Okay, the one who is listening to the one who is speaking. The second person. You are listening to me. You are the second person. Okay, you. If you is the subject, then you. If you is the object, again you. No changes. And then you have yours. Yours show the position for you. Okay? That coat is yours. If you're wearing a coat, are you? Or that shirt is yours, at least. I'm sure you're wearing a shirt now. Okay? Now then we have they. They, as a subject, they is used for plural. I mean for lots of people. I mean more than one person. We use they. And as the object, we use them. And we have theirs as the possessive pronoun for they. And we have he instead of a male name, a boy name. And we have him if the boy name is the object of the sentence. And we have his in order to show possession for the male name. And then we have she as the female name, and her if the female name is the object, and then we have hers if you want to show possession for that noun. And then we have it is used instead of things. Okay, unliving things. For example, a marker is it. Okay, if it is the subject or if it is the object, they're the same, no changes. And if you want to show possession for the it, we use its instead of it. all of these four words are called third person. Now, what the third person is, the one who we talk about. I am talking, you are listening. I'm speaking about Karim, for example. Karim is a good boy. Okay? Now Karim is the third person. He is a good boy. I'm using a pronoun instead of his name, which is he. He's the third person. He is Karim, or he is a good boy. Okay? That's why they're called third person. Third person are those who are not here, or at least they are not involved in this conversation. شخص اول، شخص دوم و شخص سوم. شخص اول به کسی گفته میشه که صحبت میکنه، یعنی متکلم است، کسی صحبت میکنه. شخص دوم به کسی گفته میشه که مخاطب است، یعنی به او صحبت میشه، مثل من با شما صحبت میکنم. شخص سوم به کسی گفته میشه که وجود نداره یا در مکالمه ما داخل نیست و ما در مورد او صحبت میکنیم. برای شخص غایب گفته میشه با زبان فارسی داری. Okay? That's called third person. Good. Let's have some examples. Okay, welcome back. These are some examples, or I can say exercises, and let's work together and learn how to use those pronouns that I talked about them in the first part of this video. So before I start this exercise, I have to tell you that I promise that I will show you some differences between the pronouns, possessive pronouns and possessive adjectives. So that will be another part of the video, or I can say the second session of the video. I will also leave the link in this video. Okay, don't worry. I will leave the link in the description. So the first example in this exercise is Mike speaks English. Mike speaks English. So in the next example, I want to use another word, or I want to use a pronoun instead of Mike name, or no Mike, a pronoun. It speaks very fast. So what pronoun should I use here instead of the Mike's name? He. Yes. He speaks very fast. Okay? Second example, Victor met Andy yesterday. Now Victor and Andy are both public characters if you have them. Now Victor met Andy yesterday. Now in this example I want to remove Andy. In my next example I don't want to mention it again. So what pronoun can I use instead of Andy's name? Victor met yesterday, a pronoun. If you said him, then that's the correct option. Victor met Andy. Victor met him yesterday. Okay? I teach Karim, Wasim, and Rahim every day. I teach Karim, Wasim, and Rahim every day. You see, I have three names here. I want to change these names and use a pronoun instead of them. I teach a pronoun, English language, instead of Karim, Wasim, and Rahim. What do you use? If you said them, then that's the correct one. I teach them English language, or I teach them the English language. Okay? Now the third example is a little longer. Laura, Steven, and Bob have bags. Laura, Steven, and Bob have bags. So before I go through the real example or exact example I have, I want to ask you, just orally, Laura, Steven, and Bob have bags. If you change Laura, Steven, and Bob, what pronoun do you use instead of them? Yes, they will be the correct one. They have bags. But no, these nouns are not what I really mean in this example. I want to change the second example, which is Laura's is green. Now Laura also has a bag. Laura's is green. Steven's is, for example, black, and Bob's is maybe blue, but Laura's is green. Now I want you to change the Laura's name with a pronoun, which shows the same thing as Laura's name show here in this example. So what word do you use? Yeah, if you said hers, then that's the correct option. Hers is green. Great, well done. You can have, you can do some other exercises also. I will prepare a very nice exercise and put it on my Facebook page. You can go there, check it, and solve it. If you had any problem, you can write it in the comment section. I will read it and I will answer the question. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video and you learned, then subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. See you in the next video.